I've been in pain for a number of years. Um, I tried to avoid surgery. It was recommended. I didn't want to have 3 or 4 discs fused. And fortunately, one day I saw Dr. Palmer's ad in the Sacramento Bee, and sounded like it was what I was looking for. I came up for a review, and after 2 MRIs, one on my back, one on my neck, he decided that I was a candidate, and it did things that I didn't think would be possible. I'm able to function. I travel. I hunt. I'm a duck hunter, and thank God I'm able to do that, and Dr. Palmer. Other than that, it's taken pain from, on a 1 to 10, from 10 to a 0 at times. Still have a little 1-2 type thing, but fortunately he has a maintenance program, and I'm participating in that. Get a little tune-up, and it just does wonders for me. Actually, it wasn't a surgeon. It was a doctor that had looked at an MRI, and then I went to a neurosurgeon, and he said that I was a candidate for that. And I didn't want to do it because I have problems with L2, 3, 4, and 5. And I wanted to still be able to bend over, reach down, pet my dog, take a duck from him when I shot it, and Dr. Palmer came up with the answer. One of the things that I couldn't do is stand here and look at that camera and talk. I would have already been sitting down doing something else, waiting in line or anything. I was unable to do that. I could sit, but if I was standing here, I would have been stretching and having to do something else to relieve the pain. I hunted a little bit, but then I paid for it afterwards. Now I slosh through the mud and that kind of thing, and I'm tired, but I don't hurt. I was on pain medication 3 times a day. I still will occasionally take it in the evening just to help me relax, to sleep a little bit. I take a muscle relaxant and a pain pill, but I'm not on a regimen of pain medication. Oh well, he's got the nicest people working for him, and very attractive young ladies, including Kim, his wife, and that's who my first technician was, and she did a great job. Just explaining every step, everything that went on, and not because she's standing back there, but she's probably as professional a person as I've been around, you know, in this type of situation. Dr. Palmer's crew, or his people that work for him, are a great asset to him. He's not a bad guy, but his gals that he's got working do a heck of a job. So, breakfast, all old Galhai warriors, and there was probably 30 guys there, and there was 3 of them. When they heard what I'd done, it was come over and said, "What'd you do? What'd you do?" So I told them, and I told them where it was. I'll have to take some business cards back with me. So once I qualified, and I started with the back, normally it takes 4 weeks, 4 times a week. With the condition my back was in, I had to go through 10 treatments, finished just before Christmas, and then I started my neck in January. It turned out that the back was hurting the most at the time. I soon found out that it was a neck that was in worse shape once we got the back treated a little bit, but I had 40% movement in my neck to the left and 50% to the right when I was tested. And in order to drive, I had to turn my shoulders and move my head. And now I can look left and look right, and not have to move my upper body to do it. So it's made it possible for me to be more active than what I was. Walking in the door, the first thing is you're greeted by the receptionist, who is just a super person. Very, very calm nature. You don't get a sense of excitement, just concern, and you're treated quite well. And then from Linda, you go on and you get your evaluation with Dr. Palmer, and his testing and so forth. And then once you start, it's all professional from there on. So, well, I had been treated by a chiropractor before, and just basic chiropractic techniques, and it would give just a temporary relief. And I mean temporary. There was times when I'd walk out of the office and I'd be right back to where I was before I was adjusted. And with Dr. Palmer's evaluation of movement and impingement that I had, to where I could basically bend over and touch my knees, whereas now I can bend over and touch my toes, it has led to a lot of good things for me. I have had such good success with this program that I've recommended this to people. I know that 1 or 2 of them have participated. I've recommended it to other people. I've recommended it to people that are looking at surgery, because that's what I was looking at and I didn't want it, and this has put it off for me. So I was at the point where I knew that probably within a year or 2 that my life was going to be spent in a wheelchair, and I encouraged my wife to retire early so that we could do things before I got to that condition. And now I don't think that I'm headed in that direction. I think I'm going to stay on 2 feet for a while, and that's just made me very, very happy.